This one thing is keeping your company from growing. And it's the one thing that most founders are actually doing today and wondering why their companies are not growing. So whether you're a CMO, a CEO, or any type of manager over a marketing department, over a sales department, or maybe you're over a company, you're a founder, you're watching this video, and you're like, hey, Nathan, I'm bottlenecking, I'm capping out, how can I grow? This one thing is what's stopping you, and you no longer need to do this in 2026. So here's my thing. If you are a current user of a strong CRM system like Marketo or Salesforce, those things are not the problem. A lot of people get those and they put them on the side and they still continue doing this one thing that's costing their business hundreds of thousands of dollars while they have the tools necessary to remove these things. And that one thing is called simply manual work. And today I'm going to show you how and why manual processes quietly are destroying your company and destroying your ROI. So let's dive right into it. So manual work, unfortunately, feels productive. And if you're like me as a young business owner, you live in the chaos and the chaos seems like it's what's keeping you alive. People love to have the manual chaos. The idea of I woke up, I did 10 hours of manual work. You go to bed feeling like something great happened. But when you really look back, are you really being as productive as you can? Running in circles and doing a lot of manual effort may seem productive, but it will not hold a light to an automated process. So in a manual work environment, somebody's filling out a form, somebody's updating Salesforce manually, somebody is following up manually, somebody's updating somebody else's status. All of this stuff happening manually, it feels productive, but it doesn't scale because your team is only going to be able to do those things as long as they have the time and attention to do it. And not everybody is going to do those things 24/7. The moment your revenue depends on humans remembering to do things, you've already captured growth. So manual effort creates the illusion of progress, but all it's really doing is guaranteeing inconsistencies in your company. So here's what happens next. Your follow-up's too late. Your leads go cold, and your leads move on and find another competitor to buy from. Sales loses trust in the situation because whose fault is it that SLA didn't get met? And suddenly people say our systems are not working. We have Marketo, we have Salesforce, we have HubSpot, and these things aren't working. We're still seeing the same type of revenue growth. We're not really scaling the way we should. And they began blaming the system while ignoring all of the manual processes that these systems are supposed to replace. So if you don't have these systems, you're in a worse situation because you're doing 100% manual. But if you do have these systems and you have a culture of manual processes, sometimes we need to kind of look at that first thing, which is culture, and determine, are our sales team and our marketing team up to the culture of what automation can bring? Because the automation industry is now shifting and taking a lot more territory, but people who are doing things the way they always did, and they're living in 1995 versus 2026, the culture will destroy you. Now, you need to know that sometimes that means removing certain people if they cannot assimilate to the culture of automation. Sometimes that means bringing on new blood, bringing on a new team to do some training, because not everybody is going to change to the culture of an automated system just because you've introduced it to them. A lot of people are still going to want to feel that manual progress by doing everything hands-on, not knowing that they are becoming the one thing that's actually causing the bottleneck in the company because of all of their hard work. And I was the same way. Trust me, I used to love waking up early, going to sleep late, and just toiling. And in the end, looking back saying, why aren't my companies growing? Because Nathan Johnson only has 12 hours in a day to work, maybe 15, maybe 18 if I'm really just killing myself, but that's still not going to be scalable. So what happens next is, like I said, you're now blaming your systems. Hopefully by now you're starting to have that aha moment to realize, wow, it's not the system's fault. It's that we have people who are still doing things manually. So Marketo, like system like Marketo, should decide when to engage. Salesforce should decide where a lead goes, and humans should step in only when intent is proven. That means that when a lead hits your system from any channel, whether it's social media, whether it's an email, whether it's your website, Marketo should step in and handle that lead. The follow-ups being handled, the leads being nurtured, they're being scored. We're tracking them across the website. We're tracking them across social media. We're seeing if they filled out a form. And the moment they actually qualify, Salesforce determines if that person's ready to speak to a salesperson or if that person needs to be sent back to Marketo for more marketing and nurturing. Now, when they get into Salesforce and Salesforce sees their intent, it sees their product that they're interested in, and a salesperson grabs that lead is already hot, ready to go, ready to move. If you don't have that process buttoned up and tightened up, you're going to have leads falling through the cracks. You're going to have a lot of chaos because the manual actions are going to step in and stop a smooth process that should have been uninterrupted and start bringing that human interruption, if you will. So one thing people get Marketo mixed up with is they think that Marketo is just there to send emails. And all they're doing is buying a overly expensive email sending program. If all you're trying to do is send one-off emails, get MailChimp, get Constant Contact, get one of these cheaper services to do that. But if you're trying to actually have your marketing lifecycle be automated, that's what Marketo is for. Its job is not just to send emails. Marketo's job is to observe behavior and trigger action. That is what Marketo's job is. Salesforce's job is to track opportunities when intent exists. So Marketo will track the intent, it will trigger at the right point and send that lead to Salesforce. Salesforce will track the opportunity of that lead through a sales process and determine if that lead is going to buy or if they need more nurturing. So your trigger is going to be your behavior score in this situation. Your behavior score is going to change the life cycle, and the life cycle is going to trigger a Salesforce action. This is how these systems are supposed to be working together. If they're not working together that way and you're watching this video saying, well, I'm not sure if we're actually doing that correctly, then we definitely need to change that and make sure that your manual processes are not stepping into the system that we just talked about. So when companies automate first, the ROI shift begins to happen. Now, if you say, hey, Nathan, I'm paying for Marketo, I'm paying for Salesforce, I have HubSpot, I'm using one of these crazy automation tools, but I don't see the ROI on it. What happens when you're using these tools correctly? The ROI should be happening, should be seeing that your speed is increasing as far as your sales speed. Your sales aren't chasing leads, so you're not wasting money on salespeople being up all night calling every lead that comes through. And your revenue will eventually be predictable if you have a great RevOps strategy. If you don't have those things, then you are doing it all wrong, and it's not the system's fault. It's just that you don't have a strong enough person in your team that can actually look at these systems and make them work correctly. So I would recommend finding that person, making sure they're into your team. It will be worth it because the ROI that these systems will give your company, you should be scaling fast while cutting costs. That's what these systems are made to do. One workflow can replace a ton of people. It can replace a ton of burnout. One workflow can automate processes that's keeping your team in the office at 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night. Once you know this and you have the power to do this and you understand how powerful this is, you will begin automating everything and you will begin cutting costs while scaling big. And that's what we want. This next thing is going to be really, really, really important because if your system needs constant human intervention, they're not systems, they're liabilities. And in the next video, I'm going to break down one Marketo automation that replaces SDR busy work entirely. So you want to stick around for our next video. But for now, I hope this was able to help you guys understand how Marketo, how Salesforce can help you, and how these systems can have the illusion that they're not working when actually, in fact, they're working very, very well. It's just a matter of having a Ferrari in the garage, but never taking it past 20 miles an hour. I hope that helps. If you do need help with these sort of things, just go ahead and type in inquiry and we will easily, and quickly get back to you. Now, if you do have these systems, you want to know more, go ahead and subscribe. We will be sending multiple videos of tutorials and different ways that you can use these systems to remove these bottlenecks and to remove these manual processes. So thank you guys for watching and we will talk to you soon.